Monica Makes It Happen is proudly supported by Goya. If it's Goya, it has to be good. JP Morgan Chase, New York's hometown bank for over 225 years, and by Ponce Bank, your community bank.
Hi, everybody. You're watching the Monica Makes It Happen show. This show is all about jobs, jobs, jobs. We say it 3 times just because it's so important to our viewers. And my guest today is truly an extraordinary woman. She's an extraordinary businesswoman, but also human being. And we love Happy. Happy is her incredible child, her fur baby, Happy. I've seen Happy at more galas than I can imagine here. But that's the best date, right? I think our dogs are sometimes our best friends. I mean, I don't know why we're talking about this right at the top, but I want to talk about it because you are such an animal lover, entrepreneur, investor, global advocate for women's economic empowerment. That's why you're here. You're the founder of Animal Fair Media, the founder of LDP Ventures, and the founder and CEO of the Women's Entrepreneurship Day organization. I'm exhausted just reading all of the things that you're doing. But it's a global movement helping women launch businesses and gain economic independence. I love this. And the reason I know you is you won the Ellis Island Medal of Honor, and Nasser Kazemini loves you, so I love you.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much for having us on.
Yes, and it's going to be a great conversation because you're empowering women around the world, and you have this bold initiative to bring free AI education to 1 million women. So far, 50,000 people have enrolled, and I'm going to be joining today too. The reason being is it is the future. It's hard to understand, but you're saying it's not. There's some simple things that we can know about right now if we take charge of our lives.
Exactly. I mean, so I created Women's Entrepreneurship Day organization. Women entrepreneurs do make a difference. In 2013, when nobody was talking about women entrepreneurs or women in business, literally, UN Women wasn't talking about entrepreneurship. We partnered with the State Department, and that's how we launched in over 144 countries. And so the real reason we started it was I learned in 2013, over 388 million women and girls were living in poverty. 1 out of 8 women in America live in poverty, right? Mm-hmm. But giving them a hand up, not a hand out, teaching them the skills and the importance of entrepreneurship, whether you're an intrapreneur working at a company or whether you're an entrepreneur, it is so important that we bring awareness towards the importance of empowering women because you see it in all the data, right? Women around the world, when they receive microloans, are paying it back at a 98% rate. These are millions of loans, right? And the data shows that 90% goes to educate their children, provide for their families, which uplifts the entire communities. When women are empowered in business, they have self-confidence, they have dignity. They don't allow human rights violations, right? Mm-hmm. We have to pay our rent. We have to support our families. It's such an important thing that everyone realizes. Let's embrace entrepreneurship, whether you're inside a company or outside and doing your own thing. It's super important to know all the skills to help you along the way.
You're so inspired. I want to vote for you for president. You should be president.
No,
you're amazing.
You.
So you're all about empowering women, but it is about AI. Tell me about the companies you're investing in and why. That tells us a lot right at the top.
Okay. Well, so my background is when I learned 12 million animals were euthanized a year, I brought celebrities and pop culture to the animal rescue world because I knew if everyone knew you could adopt any dog, any breed, any size, at any age, they would choose to adopt versus buy, right? Mm-hmm. And at that time, not people, TV shows, nobody was bringing on adoption issues or rescue. You never saw celebrities and pets, but I knew if I went on that journey. And now that number's down to 2 million, right? Because everyone wants to help. You just have to make it easy for them. right?
That's right.
That's why I keep teaching that message, right? And that comes to a full circle for what we're doing today with teaching and enabling 1 million women and girls basically to learn AI for free. So the reason I got into AI was I had a stalker for 6 years that led me to get off the journey of animal rescue and being in the public eye. And I ended up in Honduras, not realizing it was the murder capital of the world. And I ended up volunteering for an organization that gives microloans to poor women. And that's when I learned all the statistics that I just spoke about.
Yeah.
And that led me into learning about 1% of venture dollars at that time were going to women founders. Only about a dozen funds supporting women entrepreneurs and led by women at the time. Now there's thousands, by the way.
Wow.
And so from that, I just started learning myself because I don't have a finance background.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't have any, my whole life was animal rescue. And literally because I created Women's Entrepreneurship Day organization, I learned about investing. And I started meeting all these incredible entrepreneurs. And that's what led me to getting into Bitcoin in 2014 and learning about that, but also around 2016, learning about AI. And that's when I just started getting very involved and meeting all these incredible entrepreneurs. And that's when I started, thinking, wow, if I can invest in these entrepreneurs, we can truly make an impact in the world. And so some of the companies in AI that we're invested in, and of course I focus on what I love and what I understand.
These down. I'm going to write these down so I invest in them.
One is called FidoCure.
FidoCure.
FidoCure has 9 billion AI data points. What does AI data points mean? It means like they've got all the research from all the companies that are studying about animals and cancer, and they created FidoCure because 1 out of 3 dogs get cancer in their lifetime. Literally, my first dog that inspired me to create the animal rescue movement in America, Lucky, got spleen cancer. And I learned all about that. And that's how I learned about this company. And so literally this company, if you go on to Fido, if your dog has cancer, you go on to FidoCure, you literally can then figure out your dog's cancer, but they'll also provide the treatment that are literally extending dogs' lives with cancer 4 times.
Wow.
They just raised $80 million and now they're going for human trials. This is impact. So, all the stuff we hear about how AI is taking jobs, it's also making a major impact in this world, especially in healthcare. Another one, so that's called FidoCure. So if you go to FidoCure.com, you can see it. If your dog has cancer, check it out. Also, another one is called MyIDA.ai. Now, we all know about the mental health issues now in the world, right? Everyone has mental health issues. And I really focus that on the fact that we went from a we world, we're all in it together, to a me world. It's very isolating. Everyone's on social media. They think, how many likes do I get? All this stuff. I used to get millions of likes. Literally, I was an influencer before influencers. I had millions of followers. If you go look me up on
You're still an influencer. What are you talking about? That's why we're on the show.
Literally, I would get like hundreds of thousands of likes and shares. We would get a dog adopted a day. But what has happened now with our world, with Meta and Facebook, they control your data. They own your data. And if they decide that they're going to take your data, for instance, if you look at my, Facebook life, I have millions of followers still today. But if you look, I went in 2011, 12 from having 100,000, getting a dog adopted a day, shares, likes, comments, to less than 1,000 in one day. What? They took that data, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can think, and then I had a stalker for 6 years, right? I had a woman that created 50 anonymous email addresses to defame and slander me and ruin my entire life.
Oh, no.
Right? So this is what people are going through every day, though. Right? People have
what
just
can you do about it? There's very little.
So that's why this is where I'm coming to this.
Yeah.
The most important thing in the world that people can do is have purpose. Go volunteer for your local shelter. There's so many things you can do to make a difference. You don't need money. You don't need to donate. You just have to donate a little time. And I can surely tell you it'll change your life, right? Like I'm the living example.
You are. So anyway, but I want to leave something for the next block. We have 2 more blocks. So when we come back, we're going to talk more about...
I got to tell you about one more, because it's super important. I want everyone to hear about this.
Okay.
Mental health. MyIDA. Literally, they have 2 billion data points of all the mental health from Harvard Medical School, Johns Hopkins. Now, with your therapist, you can put on MyIDA, And when you go through your
I
therapy
love it.
section,
Yeah.
that literally their data goes through it and gives you all the treatment, not just from your doctor, but from all the studies and everything to
Wow.
give. So think about this for people that
Oh,
can't afford mental health. Not everyone can afford therapy, right?
yes. Yes.
So this is an
I love
amazing
it.
way. All right. And people who live in rural communities or live in impoverished communities in Africa, they can use this and get the best mental health support ever.
I love
For
it.
a
So I
fraction
want to
of
leave
nothing.
something for the next book. So when we come back, more with Wendy when we come back. Okay, we're back with an incredible person and human being. I can't even believe she's here. Wendy Diamond, everybody. She is the founder of Animal Fair Media, the founder of LDP Ventures, and the founder and CEO of the Women's Entrepreneurship Day organization. Why did you start this?
So, part of our foundation is we bring governments, business leaders, civil society, entrepreneurs, investors together to collaborate to find solutions to economically empower women to start their entrepreneurial journeys, right? Because we know the data shows it. 90% of the money women make goes to educate their children, provide for their families, uplifts the entire communities, right? So if we can enable, it's the first time in history, literally the first time in history, we can literally have gender equality, because it's no longer how strong you are. It's all about your mind. So if we can enable everyone to open up their mind, embrace AI, it is the future. Wherever you live, it is the future. And to not be intimidated by it. And I love saying this. I have a super high EQ, low IQ. But it's the first time in history now that people with EQ that are not super smart can actually be as equal as anyone that went to Harvard or MIT. Because all you need to do is use ChatGPT and ask the questions.
It's so true.
It's like people don't realize this. And now with technology, you can do anything you want. So here's what we did. I said, 2 years ago, I was like, wow, all I want to do is help the world. I just feel like it's the greatest gift, right? And listen, if I didn't do what I did, I wouldn't know about all these companies or be involved in everything I'm doing right now, right? And it's given me more than I've ever imagined, right? And I never did it because, I want this or I want this. Because I think if people were more authentic and about what they wanted really to do in their lives and had an impact, they would just be so much more fulfilled and happier. So anyway, what happened was I just I'm very involved with a lot of very successful AI experts. So I went to them, from Igor, who created, and everybody, knows about Amazon and Siri, right? And Alexa. So I went to the founder of Siri and Alexa, Igor, and I said, hey, would you be one of our AI teachers? I want to teach 1 million impoverished, disadvantaged women and girls AI. And he said, yes. And then I just started going to people.
Yeah.
And so what we did is we created really simple. So like, if you know nothing about AI, this is for you.
Wow.
If you know nothing, if you have an iPhone, or not even an iPhone, if you have any kind of Android or iPhone, or you don't even need a computer. Okay. You do not need a computer. You can do everything on your phone. And what we did is we created a course. It's literally only 5 hours. You do 1 hour per week. You finish each assignment. The assignments are all for free. We give you the free tools. You go through it, and it is going to open up your mind of what you can do. This will help you whether you have a job, whether you're starting your entrepreneurial journey, whether you already have a company, because what we teach you is how to use the basics of AI, right? So we show you how to use it for your business. And so what we say to everybody before going through this, think of what you want to do. Think about like some kind of company that you might want to start, right? And go through it. Doing that. We'll teach you how to use it for social media. We'll teach you how to use it for every kind of aspect in growing your business, how to go to market, etc. And you're being taught by the most successful AI experts in the entire world, but we made it fun and easy. It's not corporate. It's really like, come on, let's do it, right?
Yeah.
And that's how we did it, because we feel like, it's very intimidating. Let's be honest.
I was
right?
going to say that. I was going to say it's so intimidating when you think about
It's
it, but
so
this is not
intimidating.
intimidating the way you're talking about it. And that's what makes you so effective at helping people, I think, is that you're not intimidating, that you're very relatable. And I feel that's what we need. AI can be a scary thing or just starting, right? So what do you tell someone if they're intimidated by it?
I say, you know what? Go back to when you were young, right? You can never lose your inner child. Why? How? Where? Be excited. Embrace it. Because literally, the why we created this, we're launching in Haiti this week. We translated it in AI to Haitian Creole. If you're Spanish, we have it in Spanish. We have it, we're in Afghanistan right now. These girls are desperate to learn. Right. And of course, they're abandoned to go to school. Right. And so it's like, if these girls in Afghanistan are willing to risk their lives to learn AI, how do you not? How do you not embrace it?
Can I ask you, Wendy, what is your story? Why are you like this? Why are you so passionate about helping women? Why are you just continually like the Energizer Bunny, just constantly going and thinking about how to do that? What's the story?
I think it's just, I grew up in a small town in Ohio. I'm literally a country bumpkin, 2,500 people. And I think I just, as somebody who went and grew up with mentally ill parents and had to be, start my whole life on my own and be an entrepreneur my whole life. Like, I've never had a job. No one would ever give me a job. Yeah. And so I think it's like, for me, I get more, like, I just came back from Honduras. Right. And we partnered with this little school for orphan girls. These are little girls in the middle of nowhere in Honduras. And we brought robotics and AI to the school and gave them the toys to learn this, and, toys, but also the education of AI. Right. Yeah. The teachers never heard of AI. Right. When you leave that kind of experience, there's no better gift in the world. There's nothing materialistic that can ever compare to the feeling of knowing you're going to help, whether it's helping homeless animals or homeless people. It's like, you just realize how lucky you are. And that's why I think more people, one of our programs is teaching entrepreneurship in prison, right? Where we go and literally it's 84% successful. We partnered with LDP Ventures. This program is 84% successful.
Why? Why do you think that is? Why do you think, what makes it so successful?
Because it's about getting the skills of entrepreneurship, getting the skills and the confidence that, and those skills give you confidence in yourself. And I think you can never stop learning. You always need to learn. You always need to be part of communities and do these things, because it'll literally better you for the future, but your family and your whole environment.
All right. So when we come back, we're going to come back for one more block. I like doing my speed round. I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions I've always wanted to ask Wendy, and I don't know what's going to happen. Right? Is Happy doing okay? Happy's okay. Happy's so awesome. We love Happy. Okay.
So sweet.
That's when we come back. Got to see Happy. Okay, we're back with one of my dear friends, Wendy Diamond, and Happy is here as well. We're so happy Happy's here. Wendy, does Happy come with you everywhere?
Not everywhere, but a lot.
Yeah. Is there, what are the places, where are the places she can't go? There's probably less.
Well, by the way, I know she's blonde and you think she's a she, but it's a he.
Oh, Happy's a he.
Yeah,
hi, Happy.
He's a he. He's a very handsome. Think of him like the Ken,
Well, I bring my dog everywhere. I do. I bring my dog
here's
everywhere,
the thing.
except for work.
People always ask me, like, why is your dog so, like calm? I'm calm, right?
Yeah.
And so, and I'm so busy that, if I have to go to lunch or to an event and I didn't have time to walk my dog, I just walk him to the event and everything. And I say, get in the bag, and he gets in the bag.
You know what?
And he doesn't.
Before we go into the speed round, I just want to ask, just for a friend here,
Yeah.
why are you so calm and so cool and so, like happy? Like, is there a secret to do you meditate or what is it? What is it about you?
I think I don't drink. I go to bed and wake up at the same time. And I'm always working on something that matters, like deeper than, you know what I mean? Like
good.
real.
You nailed it. That was it. You don't drink. You get enough sleep, which is everyone's talking about how sleep is. I have
and your circadian rhythm, wake up at the same time.
Yeah.
And also, okay, here's something really important. I know how to control my mind, the way I see, think, and feel. Meaning, you know how everyone, realizes, oh, you could change your mind in a second? You really can. And if you focus and make your, you could say that this day is going to be the greatest day of my life when you wake up. Or you could say this is the worst day. But that's your decision. People decide whether they're happy or sad, And I think that if more people realize how much you can control your mind, the way you see, think, and feel, you can live whatever way of life you want to live.
That was like a drop the mic kind of thing. I really needed to hear that. Can we be silly now? Do you mind if we be silly now?
Go
okay.
Ahead,
I want to ask you all these questions. What's your favorite movie?
Okay, my favorite newest movie, by the way, that we had for our foundation, we did for our event, is Audrey's Children. If everyone in the world needs to know who Audrey Evans is. And this is part of our foundation. I created Women's Entrepreneurship Day in 2013 because no one talked about women entrepreneurs. Mm-hmm. Audrey Evans is one of the most important women in our U.S. history. Audrey Evans literally created the stages of cancer. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, and the way we treat it at a time when 10% of pediatric cancer patients, children with cancer, survival rate was 10%. Because of her work, it's down to 80% survival rate.
Wow. Is she still alive? Is she still?
No, she just passed away a few years ago. Oh. This is a movie about her. She's also the true founder of the Ronald McDonald House.
Really? I love that.
Literally this woman and this movie, it's tough to watch at the beginning, but get through it. There wasn't one dry eye, male or female, at the end of this movie. It was the most beautiful film about someone I wish I knew. And I hope that we can, and I have by the way, I have a change.org. I'll send you the list. I want to make sure Ronald McDonald House recognizes the founder of Ronald McDonald House, Audrey Evans, on their homepage.
Oh, they have
you have to click to 5 different pages to find her.
Wow.
And everyone just Google Audrey Evans. She's like an amazing soul. Watch the movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
I love that. I love that you support women so much. You're just always fighting for us. And I really appreciate that. Last thought about AI. Like, let's say if someone is, just starting off, doesn't matter what age. You could be my age. You could be 12 years old if you're watching this. What's your final message on AI and the future of women and AI?
First of all, number one, it'll make your life so easy. I'm telling you, I use it 20, 30 times a day. It'll make your life so easy. You must learn. And here's an opportunity with our program to learn it for free.
I love it. And how do we do that? How do we reach you? What are the ways?
Just go to joinwedo.org, joinwedo.org, and you'll see the AI program there. Just sign up.
I'm doing that right now. I'm doing that. I'm doing it myself. Joinwedo.org. And then what about Instagram? How do we follow you on Facebook and Instagram social media?
Go to The Real Wendy Diamond, and you'll see my funny life of hopefully making a difference in the world, as well as if you go to womenseday.org, womenseday.org. That you'll see, we just launched in Honduras, our AI program. You'll see that there. You'll see all the stuff that we're doing. And, our foundation has a big summit, and we have a big day in the world called Women's Entrepreneurship Day that we created on November 19th.
I was going to say, when is that? I'm going to mark my calendar, November.
Yeah, so November 19th is Women's Entrepreneurship Day. And you want to hear something cool? Yeah, 2 days ago, the country of Mexico officially proclaimed the day. And this year, on November 19th, President Claudia Sheinbaum will officially proclaim on November 19th, but they're also going to celebrate that whole week in Mexico, women entrepreneurs, with all the banks and everything.
That's
so
incredible.
It's super, isn't it amazing?
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Wendy, you've been fabulous. The incredible work that you do. I'm a big fan. Empowering women, expanding opportunity around the world. We love you, Wendy. We love Happy. And of course, thank you everybody for watching us in this conversation. You'll be back. I have a feeling you're going to be a regular because I can't get enough of you. Remember to watch us every day at 11 a.m. right here on our digital platforms. And then TV too. We always do television too on Mondays at 11 a.m. on Pix 11. Don't forget, it's always Monica Mondays. Let's keep making it happen together. See you next time. Love you, Wendy.
Thank you.
Bye, Happy.